Hello, everybody. What's up? Good evening. Good evening. Can you guys quickly confirm if you can see me, hear me clearly? Let's go. Is my audio video all okay? Hello, Shruti. Hi, Atharv. Hello, Varsha. Hi, Neeru. Great. So today we are looking at data interpretation, where we're going to look at pie charts today. Let me give you a quick understanding of pie charts. Pie charts have not been asked for a very long time. However, is a prominent part of data interpretation. We have to get comfortable with pie charts because based on pie charts is what we have something called a sunburst chart. So very relevant, and sunburst chart was asked in the last 5 years. So it's always better that you get used to pie charts as well. Yes. Great, great. Thank you. Hi, Kati Boy 69. Okay, so welcome to the lecture on CAT 2026 fundamentals. Let's get this thing started. So again, like usual, we will be doing a simple set on pie charts, and then we are going to look at something that is CAT level. Okay, are you all ready? Cheers, cheers. I am doing great. Thank you so much. Let's go. So start with a simple set, shall we? Yes. Here is the set. There are two pie charts here. They're saying study the following pie charts carefully to answer the questions that follow, and that's it, right? And everything else is given on the pie chart, so please read it carefully. In each of these sections, hi Athar. In all of these sections, we've been given percentage. Yes. So whenever you get a pie with percentage, right? Whenever you get a pie chart with percentage, you always have to confirm if it adds up to 100 or not. Yes. And if a pie chart is given in degrees, you always have to calculate if it adds up to 360 degrees or not. Okay. That's a very important step when it comes to pie charts, because whenever they give you distribution, whenever they give you split up or classification of something, it should add up to the whole. Yes, that's very important. So quickly first check if both these pie charts are adding up to 100 or not. Quickly check, are they adding up to 100? So if I look at the first one, 30, 50, and then I have 60, 70, 90, and then 10 here. So 100, perfect. How about here? You go 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and then 10 here. So 100, perfect, it's matching. Now let's read the instructions. Percentage of students enrolled in different streams in a college, and the total number of students is given as 3,500. So this is what? Different streams, okay? Different streams, percentage of students. Total number of students is given to us 3,500. And we know that IT is 20% of that, management is 16% of that, commerce is 12% of that, science is 22%, and arts is 30. On the other hand, read this carefully. Look at the second pie chart. Percentage breakup of girls enrolled in these streams out of the total students. So out of the total students, which is 3,500, 1,500 of them are girls. That means, so this is girls, this is total. That means there would be a total 2,000 boys. Okay, be very careful. And again, in IT, there are 18% girls, management 12%, commerce 21%, science 11%, and arts 38%. Okay. Yes, yes. Done. Shall we have a look at the questions now? So there's nothing additional to identify. I think most of the questions should be based on the boys. Let's see. What is the total number of boys enrolled in management and IT? So boys asked here, respective ratio of number of girls in arts to boys in science, again number of boys. Total number of girls enrolled in science and commerce, this we can do it directly. If 20% of the girls enrolled in science change their stream to management, this is not hypothetical, this is extension. They're saying if they change their stream, already they are enrolled in science, now they're changing it to management, okay? Number of girls enrolled in arts, science, commerce forms what percentage of total number of students? Again, this is a very direct question. So we are getting a complete way. There's no headache here. Shall we begin? Yes. So what are you going to do? Are you going to make a table? You can make a table and do it. Very simple. Yes. One time calculation and I'll be over. Yes. One time calculation and that'll be over. So I'll help you out with the first one. Say 3,500 total students. IT has 20%, which would be how much? 700. The 16%, 12%, 22% and 30%. Yes, so 30% is how much? 350 added to that, which would be 1050. Yes, how about 16% or how about say 22%? 22% is basically what? 20% plus 2%. So 20% I have, 2% would be 70. So this would be 770. Yes. Same way, 10% and 2%. So 10% would be what? 350. 2% is 70, adding up to 420. So 12%, which is green, that's commerce, is going to be how much? 420. Yes. And the remaining would be management. You can either directly calculate with 16% or you can subtract from 3,500. Now I am doing this manually. Why am I doing this manually? Because CAT does not ask questions like these. These kind of questions get asked in omits, very direct, too direct, right? So whenever there are direct questions, they normally get asked in omits. That's why I'm trying to do these calculations manually, okay? Alternatively, if you are focused purely on CAT, that I just want to crack CAT, that's my main aim, and then I can work on my calculation skills later for the omits. In that case, my strong suggestion, don't waste your time doing these. Pop up your calculator and get this thing over with, right? So 16% of 3,500 would be how much? 560. Clear? Done? Same way, can you calculate the total number of girls and of each category? Yes, you can. So this is 1,500. Yes, you can use the calculator if you want, or you can do it manually also. The choice is yours, okay? Struggling with candlestick charts, can I skip this? So I would never recommend anyone to skip anything, Neeru. Do not skip anything at all because you never know when it can get asked again. Just get comfortable with it. You've got enough time. Get comfortable with it, okay? Shall we start? So I'll give you a quick trick, okay? A quick trick for the calculation. Here we kind of struggled. You saw me struggling here, right? Here I'll show you how to do it quickly. For each of these values, it's 15 followed by 2 zeros and percentage. So I know that whenever I have 1500 into say 18%, if I have to do, I'll do 18 by 100. Am I right? So these two zeros any which ways get cancelled out. So all I have to do is multiply the number with 15 and I'll have my value. Yes. So what's 18 into 15? That's going to be 180 plus half of 180, which is 90, 270. That is our IT. 12% is going to be what? 12 into 18, which is 180 plus 36. Getting this 12 times 18 is going to be what? 180. That's 10 times, and then 2 times is 36, which adds up to what? 216. Next, you have 21%. 20% is going to be what? 15 into 20 is how much? 300. 300 plus 1%, that's 1 times 315. Next we have 38. I think we missed something. This is 21. Yes, then we have 11, which is 150 plus 15, 165. And then we have 38%, that's 38 into 15, that's 380 plus 190, adding up to 570. Okay, clear? So if you want, you can use the calculator and do it. But if you're someone who's preparing for OMETs, then you get better with these calculations. Okay. Now, since I have total number of students and from there I know total number of girls, for each of the streams, I can calculate the total number of boys everywhere. Yes. Can I do that quickly? Of course I can. How? 700 minus 270 is how much? 430. 560 minus 216 is how much? 560. That'll be 360, 350, 344. 420 minus 315 is how much? 105. 770 minus 165 is how much? 605. Getting this? 1050 minus 570 is how much? So you already have 500. You already have 500. You need to subtract 20 more from that, which would give you 480. Add and check. Does it add up to 2000? So I have 430. I have 344. I have 105, 605 and 480. Adding up to 1964. 430, 344, 105, 605. I think we messed up somewhere. Check where have we messed up. We messed up the calculation somewhere. We're getting 1964 only. Check where we messed up the calculation. Either here, I have a strong feeling we messed up here, or maybe there also. Check once, yeah? But what I'll tell you is, since all of the questions are very direct, yes, since all of the questions are very direct, management girls is 180, yeah? No, it's 12%, na? 12% of 15. We did 12% of 18 for some reason. Can you see this? No. That'll be 150 plus 30. Yeah. This number is 180, not 216. 180, which would make this as 380. Now it adds up perfectly. Yes. Okay. Done. Check this once. So my suggestion again, if we look at the questions, right? When we looked at the questions, we saw that all of these questions are definite questions, correct? All of these are what? Definite questions. When we are dealing with definite questions, we really need to sit and make the table. Can we not do the calculation on the spot? How about we try doing the calculations on the spot? Let's say we don't go ahead with the table. We are going to do the calculations on the spot. Let's see how to do that. What's the total number of boys enrolled in management and IT? So management and IT, correct? That's how much? 20% and 16%. That's 36% of what number? 3,500 minus, again, management and IT, these two. This is how much? 30% of 1,500. So instead of sitting and doing the whole calculation beforehand, you can do these calculations on the spot also, and nothing can go wrong there either. So nothing can go wrong here either. So if I were to do, let's say, 36%, so that's 36 into 35 minus, which is 1260, I have to do what? 30 into 15, which is 450. I subtract that, I get what? 810, and that's my answer. Yes. So instead of doing this beforehand, instead of doing this full calculation on the paper right before you start doing it, do calculations that are required. Only this was required, I am done with it. I don't have to sit and worry about the rest of the calculation. So the choice is yours, okay? Yeah, I think we messed up somewhere in the calculation, man. That's why I like doing calculation on the spot instead of doing this. Instead of doing this, it's better to do the calculation on the spot so that you know that your answer is matching there, see? Okay. Cool. Moving on to the next one, try this. Ratio of number of girls enrolled in arts. So girls enrolled in arts. Arts is 38% of 1500. 38% of 1500 is to what are they asking? To the number of boys enrolled in science. Science number of boys would be what? 22% of the whole thing minus the girls, which is 11% of 1500. You do this bit of calculation and you're already there. Yes, so that's how much? 38 into 15 giving us 570. Yes. And on the other side, we need what? This bit of calculation. Yeah, so that's 22 into 35, 770 minus 11 into 15 is 165. I subtract this, I get 605. Got it? Yes. Now tell me which one of these match. So quick way to check would be with the options, right? See, 14 is to 23. So a number like 14 is divisible by 7. Am I right? This number is divisible by 7. This number should technically be divisible by 7. Is 570 divisible by 7? No. So I have 49, 490 divisible by 7. 49, and then I have, what's the next number after 49? 56. So 560 will be divisible, not 570. So this can't be my answer. 2 is to 3, this is 3. 605 should be divisible by 3. 605 divisible by 3, it is not. Why? 6 plus 0 plus 5 is 11, not divisible by 3, gone. Now with this option, 114 and 121, what can we notice? Look at this carefully. What number if you divide with? You might get 114 and 121 here. What are the chances? By 5? So if I were to divide this 605 by 5, what do I get? 121, making sense. This 570 by 5, 114 is also making sense. So that's my answer, option C. Yeah? Good to go? Shall we move on? Next question. Try this. Total number of girls enrolled in science and commerce together. They are only asking about girls, so we are good to go. Science and commerce together is green and purple, which is 21 and 11, which is 32% of 1500, which is 32 into 15, giving us 480, option D. Easy? Are we all comfortable with these questions? Very simple, yeah? Very good. Moving on, try this. Read the question carefully first. If 20% of the girls enrolled in science, so from girls enrolled in science, which is this number, yes, from this number, 20% people change to management. Yes. So now they're asking what will be the new number of management students altogether, not just girls, management students altogether. So already management students were how many? This many. So I'm basically just from this number, I'm taking 20% and I'm adding it here. Yeah. So what's the calculation? 11% of 1500, right? 11% of 1500. This is total management girls. Yes. Total science girls, not management, total science girls. Out of this, I need how much? 20%. These girls go off to where? Overall management, which is how much? 16% of this 3500. Simple. I add this, I'll get it. Agreed, everybody? Niru, it can be asked, but it won't be this simple. This is very direct, too direct, okay? So how do we do this calculation? Very simple. First things first, let's find out what 16% of 3500, which is 16 into 35. So they are already 560, okay? They are already 560. So I know that the number of students cannot go down. It will be more than 560 out. This number or this number is possible. Now look at this. 11% of 1500 is 165. 165's 20% is even smaller. Do you agree? So look at this. 11% of 1500 is 165. Of this number, 20% is just 33. It's not a big number. Too big. This is almost double. 500, this is 1000. This is almost 200 extra, which is close to half. 50% increase? No. It's a very small number. Very small number. Okay. So just 33 increasing here, giving us how much? 593, which is option A. Simple, very direct. Yes. Clear, everybody? Understood? And for the final question, quick. Number of girls enrolled in arts, science and commerce. Arts, science and commerce. Number of girls are how many? 21, 33, 32, 70. Correct? So this is 38, 48, 49, 69, 70%. So total 70% of the girls, that is 70% of the girls, they are asking, forms what percentage of the total number of students in the college? Not total number of girls, total number of students. How many students do we have? We have 3500 students. Got it? Yes. So what happens here? Quick calculation if you're doing it manually. Percentage and 2 zeros cancelled. Yes. Further, what do I have? I have a 0 here. I can cancel and do it. Or if I were to think about this, this is ones. This number is ones. This number is how much? This number will get cancelled, right? There's a into 100 here also. Don't forget percentage. So cancel, cancel. This is ones, or this is 10 times. This is 2 times. This is 150 by 2. That's 75. Yes, I think it's wrong. Why are we even going for manual calculation? Okay, let's see this again. Where are we messing this up? Somewhere we are messing the calculation. I hate doing this every time, but yeah, let's do it. Yes. So percentage and 2 zeros cancelled. 2 zeros and 2 zeros cancelled. 35 ones. This is 2 times. I wrote it as I made a mistake. I wrote it 5 times. Yes, it's very crazy. So 2 times 15 becomes how much? 30. So 30% is our answer, which is option D, none of these. Okay. So if you're struggling like me, yeah, if you're struggling with these calculations like me, my suggestion is go for calculator, end of story. But mind you, OMETs don't ask questions like these, right? OMETs don't ask questions like these where you have CAT doesn't ask questions like these where you have very simple calculation. I'll show you a CAT question now. Yes, it's not a CAT PYQ, but it's based on a PYQ. Are you ready for the CAT question now? Yes. Now this time what I'll do is I'll show you the question. I'll give you some time. I want you to solve it. It's complicated. Calculations are difficult. So take your time. Think clearly before answering. Okay. So here is the set. I'll give you the timer as well. Try it. I'm giving you 10 minutes. I think should be sufficient for us to answer this. Go ahead, try this. Let me know if you want to see the questions, okay? Santosh, I'm not sad, man. Come on. Why would I be sad? I'm not sad. Go for it. You want to see the questions? Here are the questions. Yes. Yes, Mr. Sheikh. Put all the answers in a single chat, okay? Not separately, in a single chat on the text box. Let's go. No, no, no. Put it in one single chat, guys. It'll be great if you do, Akash. You'll be prepared beforehand. 3 more minutes to go, guys. Last 1 minute, guys. Okay, Mr. Sheikh has given us some answers. How about others? Right, Varsha. Shall we start? First, you guys tell me, for that set, should we make a table or not? Which is better? Making a table or not making a table? Which is better? Which is better? No table is better. How about others? What is better? Tell me. Making a table or not making a table? If we were to make a table, I'll tell you the problems with making a table, right? One, the following pie chart shows the percentage distribution of population in 2008, which is a very complicated number. It's not an easy number. It's what? Ones, tens, 100,000, 10,000, lakh, 10 lakh, crore, 10 crores. So this is 32 crores, 76 lakhs, or in simple words, I can say this is 3,276 lakhs. Am I right? Yes. 3,276 lakhs, correct? So finding out population itself will be a tough task for us. Across 7 states, first check, does it add up to 100? Does it add up to 100? So how much do I have? I have 25, 45, 60, 80 and 100. Okay, so it adds up to 100, which is good for us. Okay, yes. Now, so this 3,076 to 3,276 lakh is the population. First, finding out total population itself is going to be a tough task for us because we will need total population for each state. Next, within each state, we've been given what? The ratio of male to female. 5:3, 3:1, 2:3. This is what? Ratio of male to female, which will again increase the calculation. So we've already done how many calculations? How many states do we have? 2, 4, 6, 7 states are there. So for total, I have to do 7 calculations. For male, I have to do 7 calculations. For female, I have to do 7 calculations. Even if it is just subtracting or whatever, still 7 calculations. Next, moving on to literacy. Again, literacy also the ratio is given. 3:7, 1:4, 2:1. So there also I have to do calculation. For literates, I have to do 7 calculations. For non-literates, I have to do 7 calculations. Doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 35 pieces of calculation. Is it worth it or not? Not worth it, right? Why is it not worth it? Because doing 35 pieces of calculations, I at least need 7-8 questions to justify that. I have been given only 4 questions, and out of the 4 questions, see, this is hypothetical, this is extension. This is just asking for women in terms of ratio, in terms of the average number of women of 3 states. That means finding out men, finding out literates, finding out non-literates, unnecessary. Yes. How about this? Again, out of total literates, if 40% are men, hypothetical. Again, annoying. Here they're saying number of males in Odisha is what? So I only need males in Odisha and males in Himachal. Why do I need all 35 calculations? Do we really need all 35 calculations? We don't need it. Yes. So my suggestion for a question like this, go for no table. If you sit and make table, your entire, so the 10 minutes that I gave you, if you were to make a table, your entire 10 minutes will go off in table itself. So in such circumstances, don't go for table. Do the calculation on the spot, and that's what we are going to do. So one thing you need to know, but one thing you have to be comfortable with though, is when we talk about ratios. Yes, so when they say 5:3, what does it mean? So if I look at this 5:3 for Punjab, male and female ratio is 5:3, what does it mean? That out of total 8 parts, 5 parts is Punjab. So out of 8, 5 parts is Punjab, and out of 8, 3 parts is Punjab female. Punjab male, 5 out of 8, Punjab female, 3 out of 8. Getting this? Same way here, out of 4 parts, 3 parts is male, 1 part is female. Out of 5 parts, 2 parts is male, 3 parts is female. Out of 8 here, 3:5. Out of 5 here, 3 and 2. Out of 5 here, 3 and 2. Getting this? And out of 25 here, 13 parts and 12 parts. This you need to know by default to be able to answer this question. Same logic here also with literacy as well. 3:7 would mean what? Out of total 10 parts, 3 parts. Out of total 10 parts, 7 parts. Out of 5, 1. Out of 5, 4. Out of 3, 2. Out of 3, 1. Out of 5, 3. Out of 5, 2. Out of 5, 4. Out of 5, 1. Out of 9, 7. Out of 9, 2. Out of 13, 9. Out of 13, 4. Getting this? So you don't have to write it also. You don't have to write it also. Don't write it also. Just keep in mind whenever they are asking that part, you have to be ready with that calculation mentally at least. Okay. So I don't think we are going for the table. We'll start off with the questions. Are you ready? Yes. Let's look at the first question. The number of males in Odisha. So I need males in Odisha. That means first I need the Odisha's population, right? Odisha's population is how much? 15%. So 15% of what number? Total population, which is this 3276 lakhs, correct? Out of this total population in Odisha, how many are males? 3 out of 5 are males, correct? So this whole values 3/5 is what I need. This will give me what? Number of males in Odisha, done. Next, they are saying number of males in Himachal. So same process I have to do again. In Himachal, so Himachal, where is Himachal? Is here yellow, which is 20%. So same 20% of this 3276 lakhs. I need what now? Males in Himachal. Himachal, what is male ratio? 3:4, correct? 3 out of 4. Total 4, out of that 3 parts. This is what is asked to me in the question. Yeah, this is basically, you're from Odisha. Wow, nice. So this is what they're asking us. Now look at the calculation. So this calculation also looks complex. It's not. Look at this very carefully, okay? This goes off, this goes off. We don't need this. This by 100, this by 100 is also gone. This is what? 5 3 times. This is 5 4 times. Yes. This 3 and this 3 can get cancelled off. This 4 and this 4 can get cancelled off. So the denominator is gone. The denominator is basically gone. I hope you're getting this. Yes. So what am I doing? 3 and 3 cancelled. 4 and 4 cancelled. What am I looking at? I'm just looking at 3/5 of 100, which is what? 60%. Finish. If you don't go with the actual value, because they're not asking us the actual, are they asking us the actual value? No. They just want it in percentage. So if they're asking anything in percentage, then basically we just need a comparison. We don't need to sit and do actual value calculation. I hope that's clear. Yes. So the answer for the first question is 60. How many of you got this right? Santosh, please check once. 60 is correct. Sheikh also, please check once. 3 is not right. 60 is correct. Okay. Good to go. Did you understand this? I hope you all understood this. Did you understand this, guys? Oh, nice, Chandramukhi. Let's go to the second question now. Try this. This is hypothetical. This is hypothetical. Of the total literates in Punjab, if 40% are men, then what is the number of non-literate women? It seems a little annoying though, right? They are giving us literate male in Punjab, but then they are asking non-literate women. How do I calculate that? Sir, had you let us make the table, we would have calculated it. You don't need it also. Let's see how you will do it. See, make a simple table here where you have literates you have literates and you have non-literates. Okay. Here you have males, here you have females. Okay. Hope this is done. Then on each side you have total. This is total. This here also I can put a total. What I know is this value, this value, this value, this value, this value. I know these values. If I know these values, if they give me any one of these four, if it is given, I can find out all the four values, correct? If I know, so for example, they've given us this value, correct? 40% of literates are men, they've given us. Once they give us this, I can calculate the rest of it. Would you agree? So let's do that. What do I know? I'll again not do the whole calculation. Yes, I'll just simply put the values and see what complicated calculation I have to do. I'll do that only. Okay. So total in Punjab. Punjab, what's the total population? 25%, correct? 25%. This value, no, 3276, correct? This is 3276 lakhs. For now, I'll just call it T, total, okay? So that when I have to put that T, I'll put it there. So this is T. This is the total population. Out of that, how many are literates in Punjab? Literate is what? 3 out of 10 and non-literate is 7 out of 10, correct? So literate is 3 out of 10 of this 25% of T. Same way here, illiterates is or non-literates is 7 out of 10 of this 25% of T. Works? Same way, can I calculate male and female? Already know it. 5:3, that means 5/8 and 3/8, correct? Yes or no? So I go 5/8. So total males is 5/8 of this 25% of T, and this will be 3/8 of this 25% of T. Works? Good. Now look what they're saying. They're saying total literates, of the total literates, which is this value, correct? Of the total literates is this value. This value's 40% are men. So this value's 40% will go here. This value's 40% will go here. So 40% of this value, which is how much? 3/10 of 25% of T. This value comes here. What are they asking from us? They are asking from us non-literate women. They want this value. How can I calculate this value? Out of this, if 40% is here, out of this, I'll use a different color. Okay, so out of this, if 40% is here, can I calculate this value? This will be what? Remaining 60%. Agreed or not? 60% of this 3/10 of the 25% of T is here, correct? Out of total literates, if 40% are men, remaining 60% will be women, correct? Perfect. Now, from here, if I subtract this, I'll get this. So, what is this value? What is this value? This value is nothing but 3/8 of 20%, 25% of T minus 60% of 3/10 of 25% of T. Getting this? This is my answer. This is what I need to calculate. Now, this also seems complicated, sir. This also is looking complicated. It is not. It is not, if you look at it carefully. So, we'll do some cancellations beforehand. We'll take out some values out common. I can take out this 25% of T out common. I'll do that. This is common. Further, what else can I take out common? What else can I do? 3 is here also, 3 is here also. I'll take out 3 also common. 3 is here also, 3 is here also. I'm taking that also out common. So, what am I left with? I'm left with 1/8 minus 60% of 1/10. Got it? 60% of 1 by 10. What is 60% of 1 by 10? If you want to put it as fractions, put it. If you want to bring it down as decimals, bring it down. Choice is yours. Whatever you want to do. Since we are any which ways going to use the calculator, might as well do it directly. Yes, let's do it directly. How will I do it directly? See, I'll first calculate this bit. Okay, 3 is gone. 60% of 10 is basically what? 0.6 into 1 by 10. 60% of 1 by 10, which is 0.1. This is 0.06. This needs to be subtracted from 1/8. 1/8 I know is 0.125. 0.125. This gives me what? 0. So this is a negative. I don't need negative. I need positive value of this. That's where the plus minus sign comes into play. If I click this, it becomes plus. That's it. So 0.0065 of this value I need to do. Now I can directly do it. How? Into 3. What's 25% mean? By 4. Into whatever my t was. T is what? 3276. 3276. How much? 159.705. So my final answer comes up to what? 159.705 lakhs. Did you get the calculation part, guys? How to do the calculation directly on the calculator and not writing everything on the paper. Did you get this, everybody? So 159.705 lakhs is how much? Type in the closest integer. So I have 159.705 lakhs. They want this value in lakhs only. See, read this carefully. They want this value in lakhs only. I have it in lakhs. So I need to put the closest integer. What's closest integer to this? 160. This is my answer. 159.7. Closest integer is 160. Finish. Got it, everybody? Say yes if you understood this. So yes, calculation is complicated. Yes, understanding the question is complicated. Yes, applying this logic everywhere is complicated. However, by not sitting and breaking our head beforehand with the table, we saved all that brain power. We are using it here. That's it. Okay? Clear? Exactly, Neeru. Exactly. That's why don't put up the table. Yes. Shall we go on to the next one? Have a look at the third one. I think the third one is comparatively simpler. Average number of women in lakhs in Rajasthan, Sikkim and Uttarakhand combined. Rajasthan women, Uttarakhand women and Sikkim women. But we can't take the average of 2, 5 and 3. No. Why? One, these are ratios. Two, all their population are different. Each of their populations are different. Okay. So it'll be a long day. So let's see. Rajasthan. Where do we have Rajasthan? Rajasthan is here. So Rajasthan is going to be this blue. That's 8%. So I'm going to put the T outside. Okay. I'm not worried about T here. And I'll also do as a favor by putting the percent part also outside. By 100, I'm putting it outside. I don't need the percent also. I just need the value. So this is 8. 8 is the population of Rajasthan, out of which 3/5 are females. Plus. So this was Rajasthan. Next, I need what? I need Sikkim, which is 12%. So I'll use only 12 because percentage by 100 I've taken it out. So we were looking at what? Sikkim now. Sikkim women are how much? 5 out of 8. Plus, next I have Uttarakhand, which is 11. Uttarakhand, 2 out of 5. Yes. What's the worst part about this is, this will only give me the total. They are asking us what? Average. Average of how many states? 1, 2 and 3. That means this needs to be divided by 3. This whole value should be divided by 3. This 3 I'll add off here. So instead of 100, I'll make this as what? 300. I am done. whatever brain I had to use, I've used. Now I'll only use the calculator and get it over with. So I'll show you how to use the calculator in such areas also where you have complicated calculations, correct? I can't sit and take LCMs everywhere. I'm not going to sit and cancel these off. It's very annoying. I am going to use the calculator, but this time I'm going to use what? Something called the memory function. Look at this. Memory function. This will also be there in your CAT calculator, okay? So how are we going to use this? For example, I need to find this value first. I'll do it. I do 8 into 3 divided by 5. I have 4.8. Now I want this 4.8 saved somewhere. Where? In memory. In my memory, I don't have that much memory. So I'll use the calculator's memory. Do you see this MS? This will save it in the memory. MS will save it in the calculator's memory. So 4.8 already saved in the memory. Done. Next, this I need to do 12 into 5 divided by 8. 7.5, I need this also to be saved in the memory, but this time I already have that 4.8. No, where do I save the 7.5? I need to add them, correct? I need to add these values. How do I add this to the memory? M plus. When I click on M plus, the 7.5 gets added to the original 4.8. Done. Yes. So if you want to see, sir, where am I? I'm already here. Understood? Okay. Next. This also I need to do, which is what? 22 by 5. 11 into 2 by 5. 22 by 5 is 4.4. This also I need to add to the memory. So what will I do? Further M plus. So now all my values are added to the memory. See, if I do MR, which is memory recall, I have all my values, which is 16.7. So this whole thing gave me 16.7. Now, if I do total by 300 multiplying with that, I'll get my answer. That's it. Yes. So what's total? 3276 divided by what do I need to do? 300. What is the answer? 182.364. 182.364 lakhs. What are they asking? Closest integer in lakhs only. Closest integer in lakhs will be what? 180. This is my answer. Can you guys please check and confirm? People who said some other numbers earlier, the ones who had given other numbers earlier, can you quickly check? Got it? Complicated? Yes. But am I putting too much on my head? Sitting and cancelling all of these, taking LCM and then dividing manually? No. Using a powerful tool of the calculator, CAT calculator will also have this tool called memory function. But the thing about memory function is, once you're done with the calculation, always remember to do what? This MC, which is memory clear. Once you're done with the question, always remember to clear the memory, because if the next time if I use memory function again, I'll add to the original value, already existing value. I don't need that. Okay, done. Shall we move on? Next question, the last one. Here it is. Have a look at this. Again, hypothetical? No, this time it is what? Extension. 20% of the literal people in Haryana moved to Punjab. Yes. Literate people in Haryana moved to Punjab. So first I need Haryana's literate people, which is here. This is Haryana's literate people. Out of this number, 20% of them moved to Punjab. So Punjab's population will increase. Punjab's literate people will increase. But what are they asking? Then what is the percentage increase in the number of literate people in Punjab? That basically means if I already have literate people in Punjab, see, if I already have literate people of Punjab in the base, from this value, what is the increase? 20% of the literate people of Haryana. This is the increase, am I right? This is the increase, this was the original value into 100. This is my answer. Can you do this? Can you try this now quickly? Let's see if you can do this quick. In fact, I'll do you one better. I'll give this as a homework and let's see how many can do it, okay? So this is a homework. I want you to post the answer in the comments, okay? Post the answer in the comments. This is an open challenge. Let's see how many of you get it right. Yes? Right, Athar. Try this and post it in the comments. No, Varsha. Very close, very close. No, 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 no. Cheers, Santosh. Okay, done? Now, if you're looking for notes, if you're looking for DPP, free DPP is available for this. Where do you find it? Go to the description. You will find the link, or go to PW's app or website and search for CAT Fundamentals 2026. You will open this batch. This is where under batches you can open this. This is where you can find DPP. You can find the DPP for it. You can find the notes for it. All free. Yes, this is a free batch. This is a free batch and everything that you get along with it is also free. So you will get additional practice and you can maintain the notes also in one place. Okay, got it? Yeah. With this, we are done with today's session, guys. If you have any further questions, any further doubts, you can join this Telegram group. This is my Telegram group. If you have any further questions, any queries, you can ask us there. Okay, done? So I hope you guys had fun doing both kind of questions, a very simple question and a complicated question with complicated calculations, but reduced to minor calculator functions. That's it. Yes. Good to go, guys. Any questions, any queries, any doubts you have so far? I want to see the answer in the comments though, right? I remember names. I remember Santosh, Athar, Varsha, Pari. I want all of your answers in the comments. I will check it. I will definitely check it. Okay. So you make sure you put it in the comments. Okay. Done? All right. Done then. I will see you in the next class. Until then, keep learning. Cheers, everybody. Tata.